This informational podcast is about dementia, delirium, and Alzheimer's disease. A few years ago, my grandpa had dementia, and it has always been a topic of interest to me. Dementia, delirium, and Alzheimer's disease are all very similar, but also different in their own way. I will describe what they are, what their causes are, and some other information that I found interesting. First off is dementia. Dementia causes a variety of conditions where it is difficult to remember things to the point that it affects normal, everyday living. Some forms of dementia can cause unusual emotions as well. Second is delirium. Delirium causes confusion, disorientation, and difficulty remembering. Delirium can make it difficult to think clearly and hard to speak properly. Third and finally is Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia that slowly causes memory loss and difficulty thinking well. Alzheimer's is very common among people 65 and up. Now I will describe what causes these. Dementia is caused by damage to nerves and their connection to the brain. Delirium is caused when signals to the brain are not correct or not correctly received. But Alzheimer's is somewhat of a mystery, and this is because of the fact that scientists are not completely sure how it is caused. It is very likely, though, that it is caused by a mix of genetics, health, and aging in the brain. Next, I will explain the age at which it is visible and diagnosable. Dementia is generally noticeable and diagnosed around 65 or older. Rarely will it be diagnosed before 60. Alzheimer's can be diagnosed at as early as upper 30s, but generally is diagnosed at age 60 or older. Delirium, unlike dementia and Alzheimer's, can be diagnosed at any age, although it is more common among adults above 65. Delirium is also different in the way that it can occur within a few hours, whereas dementia and Alzheimer's occur over the course of a few years. Dementia and Alzheimer's are a slow, sad process of memory loss. Next, I will explain how these are diagnosed. Dementia is diagnosed by a doctor or healthcare professional who sees patterns in skill or memory loss through a variety of tests. Delirium can also be diagnosed by a healthcare professional through a variety of tests. The test could include information like medical history, mental stability, or a neurological exam. Delirium is thankfully curable, unlike dementia and Alzheimer's, if it's diagnosed. Alzheimer's can be diagnosed by symptoms observed, memory tests, and a psychiatric evaluation, or a brain scan. Next, I will give you 3 fun facts about dementia, delirium, and Alzheimer's. First is that over 100,000 people die from dementia, and around 120,000 people die from Alzheimer's disease each year. Sadly, Alzheimer's disease is the 7th leading cause of death in the U.S. Deaths per year from delirium, though, are not officially recorded anywhere. Second, dementia can cause delirium, or at least make the odds of getting delirium more likely. Aside from this, though, dementia does not really have much of a link to delirium. Third and finally, there are a variety of types of dementia, including vascular dementia, Lewy body dementia, frontotemporal dementia, and mixed dementia. This is obviously excluding Alzheimer's, which is, as stated earlier, is also a type of dementia. In conclusion, dementia, Alzheimer's, and delirium are similar in the way that they all cause memory loss, forgetfulness, and different personalities. Dementia and Alzheimer's are somewhat different from delirium, but they are all major problems throughout the world, with Alzheimer's disease being in the top 10 leading causes of death in the U.S. Scientists and doctors have been working for years to find ways to cure dementia and Alzheimer's, and have thankfully found ways to cure delirium, but are still working to find answers to dementia and Alzheimer's. Within the last few years, scientists have gained a tremendous amount of knowledge in this strange disease. Though these diseases are confusing and difficult to work through, someday they may become a problem of the past. This has been Dementia, Delirium, and Alzheimer's Disease with Josiah Hawkinson. Thanks for listening.